Hey, my name is Angela Brown. I am a family and psychiatric nurse practitioner and currently a DNP student. Welcome to my channel where I give you the real blueprint from LPN to DNP. I share my educational journey with you so yours can be a stress-free, smoother, and smarter journey as you elevate your education and career. So I started off as a dietary aide and I was working at a nursing home. So I was preparing to go to a four-year university. So how I prepared for that is I researched about 15 schools and I highlighted the prereqs in which most of the schools require. Then a coworker informed me about a program, an LPN program in Toledo. So instead of going to a four-year university to become an RN, I opted to go to Toledo Practical School of Nursing in Ohio. So it was about an hour, 30-minute drive for me from my location, my residence. So I did that. And then once that was completed, I found a online LPN to RN program, which was Excelsior College. Now, Excelsior College was no teacher, no tutor. They just give you an outline of what you need to know and the books that they recommend. And when you feel like you are ready, you go to a testing center and test out. So I talk about that journey in one of my previous videos. And if you guys want me to go in a little bit more about that, just let me know in the comments. The program in which I tested out, they no longer offer. Basically, you teach yourself the RN program, and there was not a lot of successful students graduating. So they did away with that program. So after I received my RN, I went to Capella University, one of my favorite schools. I went there and I achieved my BSN. So after that, I did that in 8 weeks. Okay. So the LPN program in Toledo was 12 months. The Excelsior, I was set back. So I think because of the waiting list. So it took me about 2 years. And then the BSN at Capella, I did in 8 weeks. So now I am going for my FNP, Family Nurse Practitioner, MSN. I did that at Purdue University, online accelerated. Once I completed that, I went back to Purdue University for my post-certificate in psychiatric nurse practitioner. Completed that. Took a break, worked, and then I decided it's time. So then I circled back to Capella, my favorite school, and I am now currently in the DNP program, which I would do a video about that and how that is going. So that was that. So that was my journey. That's my journey. Let me see, any struggles along the way. So any struggles? I think the struggles were the instructors, professors. You have to join these. Like every school has a Facebook group. Capella has one, Excelsior had one. I didn't know about it. Most schools have a Facebook group. So go join the Facebook groups, and when you get a professor, before you start the class, put that professor's name in the Facebook group and they'll let you know. Other students will let you know about the instructor, if it's a good one or not. So that was my challenge. LPN school, I didn't feel like any of the instructors were qualified to be teaching. So what I would do is get my NCLEX book, and during lecture, I would be teaching myself, taking notes, going through that NCLEX book, and teaching myself. Um, the Excelsior program, like I said, it wasn't any teacher, any tutor. It was just me. So I didn't know what I should be reading in the textbook, what I didn't have to focus on. So that was a challenge, but I did manage to complete that program, teach myself the RN program, and teach myself enough where I only had to answer the minimum amount of questions, and I only had to take the NCLEX one time. So I did a pretty good job of teaching myself the RN program. The BSN program, Capella. Believe it or not, I did not have any issues with Capella. And I think that's why I love Capella so much. There is so much support with Capella. And it was just great. Let's see. After Purdue, I did have a teacher. Her name was Dean. I just remember Dean. So if you go to Purdue and you get a professor named Dean, I don't even remember her first name, but I did speak of her in one of my previous videos. But no, it was you have some professors that it seems like they don't want you to succeed. Going back to Purdue, I kind of knew that if you were a Purdue student, because I did reach out to the dean and everything about the Jennifer Dean was her name. I reached out, and I didn't get any results. If I feel like the faculty had each other's back, so nothing was done about it. So when I went back, I just went back with the mindset of, you know how to teach yourself. You know, if you get a bad instructor, professor, then you know how to deal with that. I can teach myself, so therefore I really don't need an instructor. I don't need to contact them or ask them for any help or whatnot, because I've just been doing it for so long. So just that is really the challenges. It wasn't work because I worked midnight, so I was able to complete my my homework and assignments at work. I took my I took my son to work, so that wasn't an issue. And so then the DNP program now. The only thing I would say is just waiting for your assignments to be graded, waiting for the school to approve your preceptor. I submitted my preceptor back in December, so I'm kind of not understanding why he's not approved yet, and it's now April. So that's where I'm at now with back at Capella, waiting. It's a waiting game. And then as a child, I mean, me having you guys know, I have a 27-year-old, and now I have a 7-year-old. But back in Excelsior, I was pregnant, and then I had Aiden, and it was not hard having a kid. It wasn't hard. If you have a day job, I do recommend that you reduce your hours. But if you have a job where you can do your assignments on your job, then you don't have to reduce your hours. So I worked full time. My son, like some of you guys seen videos where I was breastfeeding Aiden, and I was typing, I wasn't breastfeeding him in videos, but some of you guys know that I was taking care of my son, and like he would be breastfeeding and I'll be typing papers. Like, it's doable with a young child, with a newborn. I've heard other success stories with other parents and students. So it's doable as a single mom. And let's see what else I want to talk about. So right now what I'm doing As far as my career is, I'm doing in-home health risk assessments. The best job that I could ever ask for because of the autonomy, because of the salary, not the salary, but the income, and having a child. This is the best job that anyone can ask for, especially with kids. And if you don't have kids, you could I know they're racking up, but it's a great job to have. Um, Anything that I wish I would have known with my educational journey. Uh, let's see. I don't really have anything to say about what I wish I would have known because I do a lot of research. Oh, I wish I would have known about the Facebook groups because I did not utilize the Facebook groups. And that is very, very important. That's, if I could give any advice, and sign up, subscribe to the Facebook groups for your school that you're going to. They have, for every school, there's a Facebook group, and you have to go through, answer some questions, and provide information to prove that you are a student, and then you'll be granted permission for the class, for the group. So if I would have known that for Excelsior, I would have done it. I don't think I even knew it for Capella in the beginning. Like now I know, but back then I did not know. So that's my advice that I'm giving at the end of this video. Join the groups, ask questions. Do not just accept a professor. Make sure you do your research, even on Rate My Professor. Okay? So follow, subscribe if you're on a journey, your nursing journey. Follow, subscribe. I give you the blueprint step by step. Until next time.